the hell, bro?
What's going on, my gamers and ballers? We are back again. This is episode 27, and you already know what's going on. The FIBA World Cup is on the way, and guess what? We're already going to the quarterfinals. We've been watching teams from all over the world ball out, and I'm telling you, there have been upsets left and right. We know about France already. Oh, God. Magnifique. They were supposed to be magnifique. And guess what? You know what they're missing? They're missing the Wemby. And then we got another great show for you. I can't wait to get everybody all over this great social media show to be right in here where you got to be right here on Shots Fired, hosted by your man, Vince Chang. Now, we got Mitchell Newell is going to be a talent overload. We interviewed him a while back, but now I'm really excited to highlight because his views have gone from like 1 million to almost 7 million. So he's doing great. Also, going to have the update what's going on with the FIBA World Cup. We got a special guest, a professional NBA 2K player that was also the coach of the Brazilian team when I went out to Singapore for the first esports Olympics, in which we got Calu Basam. Can't wait to find out what's going on with his life because he has some big news going on. And also, we're going to break down each group of the FIBA World Cup. And also, there was a YouTuber who basically took NBA 2K24, well, NBA 2K23, sorry, he's going to get 2K24 next week, and made all the teams of the World Cup and actually did kind of like an experiment to see how they would be in the game, which is dope. And lastly, potential FIBA World Cup MVPs. We already know who's been balling on each team. USA has been doing their thing. I want to shout out also to the African countries. The African countries have been showing out. South Sudan, Egypt, getting their first wins. I'm just excited. So right now, who's in the chat right now? We are on YouTube. Who's on YouTube right now? Let me put people on YouTube. What's going on? Let me see where you're watching from. I got to get my people on TikTok. I got to bring it up right now. You know I got to do that. Make sure I put my bio. I want to trip show. Here we go. And also, who my people on Twitch? Who is here rocking out with us? Thank you guys so much for the follows. Also, I see some people have been subscribing. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. All right, here we go. What's up, someone? What is FIBA? Yeah, FIBA is basically International Basketball Association. Yeah, but you already know about the FIBA World Cup. You got to know about the FIBA World Cup because it's been going crazy. What's up, my people on TikTok? All right, Danielle, I see you came to the chat. Someone I know, I feel you. Thank you guys so much. Let me know where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out. Also, what country you're watching from. Because as you know, so many teams from all the world have participated in the World Cup. And you know what? We got the Olympics next year. Now, this is the road to the Olympics. And there are going to be additional teams in that. And you know what? I don't know who's going to take it. I've been arguing for a while that America may have to step down from their throne. Now, what they've been doing in the World Cup has been very impressive. They're undefeated, but I don't think they really had a challenge. So I want to know, who are we doing? Watching from Gabon. What's up? How you doing, Luke? I appreciate you. Russ Deal 2014. Thank you so much for rocking us. All right, Gabon. I like it. I like it. Dusty 100, what's going on? Emmanuel, I feel ya. How are you feeling about this World Cup? Let me know what team you are rooting for. And again, if you're from anywhere around the world, I want to shout out your country, shout out your city. I'm from New York. I'm on the East Coast. Shout out to America. You know, we do our thing, baby. But I got to know, from Canada. Oh, man. Canada, I know that hurt. That hurt today. But y'all still got a squad. Y'all still got a squad. All right, RJ Barrett, Dylan Brooks. Okay, all the Brunson, you got a squad. But I don't know. You're gonna get some bumps on there. It's a hard road. But I was rooting for you because I was shouting out your roster from the jump because SGA steps up when he needs to. So I love it. All right, nice. Okay, we got some more people there on TikTok. And make sure people on YouTube. And all right, cool. So again, if you don't know what Shots Fired is, Shots Fired has been going on for about 2 seasons. This is episode 27, in which we try to take the hottest basketball content and put it all live on all the FIBA pages. Now, we got there on Twitch, we got here on TikTok, and also got YouTube. And we love for you to be participants in the show. It's a live show, all right? So it's not pre-recorded. I'm your man, Vince Chang. I'm talking to you live right now, okay? I'm just going to do some information with some videos, and we have some fun. You know what I'm saying? All right. Got my man, Sasha, a.k.a. Bucket Planos, out there in France being my engineer. I'm telling you, if he's a Jedi Master, I'm his Padawan. So he's making sure everything looks cool, looks cream, and makes it sound crisp. All right, here we go. I'm for Team Canada. We beat France, but we lost against Brazil, and we got a Brazilian on the show. That game was fire. So gotta shout out to the little guy right there. Yo, I got it. Brazil, to me, was one of them teams I'm like, I know they got some squads, but what they did today was insane. I mean, I got to give credit where credit's due. You got to give credit where credit's due. They never gave up. They didn't give up for 1 second. And when you don't give up for a second, that's how you feel good. You know what I mean? My boy, Yago Matthias, man, this man literally had 2 great layups in the game, which is crazy. What's up? Oh, we got people. Oh, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. What about the Lithuanians? Now, Lithuania is also a powerhouse, not only with, 5-on-5 with 3x3. They have a chance too. I mean, we're going to go down with the World Cup stats right now. I mean, the standings. I mean, Lithuania right now is number 1 in Group D, which is crazy. As you already know, Serbia is number 1 in Group B, Dominican Republic, Group A. C, you got USA. Germany is Group E. Slovenia is Group F. Spain is Group G. Canada, Group H. Group I, Serbia, which I got to find out. Can somebody explain how is Dominican Republic in 2 groups? Yeah, and USA is in 2 groups. Why are all the teams in 2 groups? I never get that. Unless I'm bugging. If I'm bugging, let me know if I'm bugging. But I don't see people in 2 groups. Am I bugging? No, I am bugging. Yeah, people in 2 groups. All right, never mind. No, never mind. I'm just broken. All right, yeah. I always thought, I'm like, why is Dominican Republic in 2 groups? Everybody's in 2 groups. But anyway, we got Lithuanians, we got Angel, Kapuza. Thank you guys so much. All right, cool. Let's get USA is going to take it home. Justin, you may be right. But before we keep talking about this game, we got a lot of things to talk about today, and it's going to be a good show for you. Anyway, let's get started. This is Shots Fired, all right? And we always start the show with talent overload, and I love this man right here. You guys are going to love him too. But anyway, Shots Fired, episode 27. Let's go. Bam! Now, if you don't know, now you know. We try to find some of the hottest people all over the internet and give them a shout out. And you know what? This guy, we had an interview with him, and I think it's time we gave him his true talent overload. Bring him up right here. If you don't know who this man is, this is Mitchell Mule, all right? Mitchell Mule was one of the hottest dudes on the West Coast, and yeah, he's a big fella. He's proud of his weight, but the one thing he could do is get buckets. He was featured on ESPN, and they called him the neighborhood bucket, and he's just getting better and better by the day. I have his gear over here. I meant to bring it on the show. I forgot. Anyway, go to neighborhoodbuckets.com, get one of those hoodies. Now, he's from the North Bay, and he's a social media star. I mean, he rose to prominence during the pandemic. The 36-year-old is a father, but also a devoted husband who also has another wife, which is the game of basketball. And he's just been killing it on the court. Not only killing it, but destroying. And this big guy got mobility. He has a shot. He has court vision. He has everything you need for him to be on your team, especially in the park. All right. Now, the one thing I love about him is that he never stopped. He got over 140,000 followers on Instagram, 240,000 on TikTok, but his views have been rising. He posted one video of him getting buckets. It got to 1 million within a day. Now, that same video is at 4.6 million views. All y'all content creators, go outside, get your phone, get your little sticky fucky whatever thing and record something crazy. You never know who's watching. And also, this guy's also been quoted that he would definitely be walking around, right? He loves basketball so much that if he's on a date with a chick and there's a goalpost, he'd rather shoot buckets than go on that date. Like, he is devoted, all right? And they had like little nicknames for him, which was crazy to him because he was like, yo, some people will call him, they call him like a Filet Thompson or Steph Curry or Tracy McGrady. I call him, Dippin' Pippin. That's what I call him Dippin' Pippin. All right. But he says he's okay with his weight, but he knows how to ball. His main quote is be true who you are. And he's just a baller. He had a lot of inspirations growing up. Top ones was Chris Mullin, was one of the top inspirations. And then also Jason Kidd and Gary Payton. He never really played basketball in college. You know, I mean, he went to Santa Rosa Community, but that's about it. It was just a junior college, but his talent just rose and rose just from the love of the game. And he doesn't shy from any challenge. I mean, he's representing the Bay Area, and we're trying to get him to come to the East Coast because there's also a dude named Big Mac. Big Mac, one of the dopest dudes you'll ever meet, all right? Also a big fella. And they're talking about making a team called the Heavyweights. Now, if you're a Disney fan like I am, Heavyweights is one of my favorite movies, all right? Yeah, it's about that, but it's a good inspirational story. He wants to create a whole team with big fellas, just a whole bunch of Escalades, a whole bunch of SUVs, all right? CR9s, like, and he's gonna say he's gonna rock them, and he wants to do a whole YouTube series about it and call it the Heavyweight. So if you can help him out, hit him up on YouTube and hit him up also on Instagram and just say, yo, man, I want to help you out. What can I do? Because he's trying to fund it right now. And he didn't give me a link, but I'm going to fund it a little bit. And I would love to see a whole bunch of big fellas just wash dudes on the court. Because at the end of the day, when you look at him, he doesn't look like a basketball player, which, again, a lot of times, never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a ball about they look, because you never know how talented it is. Mitchell Mule, you'll always be one of my closest friends. Thank you so much. AKA the Neighborhood Bucket. This is your talent overall, and you deserve it. You guys can go back to episode 4 for the interview, and he breaks down his voice, breaks down how he grew up, and breaks down also how he got inspiration from his family. So anyway, shout out to Mitch Mule, aka Buckets, aka Neighborhood Buckets. I was gonna say Buckets Buenos. That's my engineer. But yeah, love that dude. Oh yeah, he's really good. I'm telling you, really good. And we'll talk about Spain in a little bit. We'll definitely talk about Spain. Spain is a problem. All right, we still gotta say USA is gonna take it home. Yeah, dope. All right, cool. Now, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the breaking news. Now, breaking news, you already know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the World Cup, and this is exactly what's happening, what's going on. So you know what? Without further ado, let's get the breaking news and shots fired and catch up on the World Cup. Let's go. All right, like as I said, the World Cup is going on, and we had plenty of games that went through, and it's been crazy. It's been crazy. And you know what? Bring it up on the screen because I want to see this far. Everybody got to see this. All right. As you already know, we're so deep in the World Cup, we can never go back. But the second round is underway. And you know what? It's been a problem. As you see, Slovenia, it's been crazy. But yo, everyone else knows that they have a chance of taking with Luka Doncic. Now they took out Venezuela, Georgia, and Verde Cape. And also Germany is also a problem, destroying Japan. Barely taking out Australia, but then unleashing their revenge on Finland. And then we're going to start making headlines with some teams that we also love to see. Dominican Republic has been saying, Angola, they tried to hold their own, but they couldn't really do it. But really we're going to talk about is Dominican Republic, all right? As you see, Dominican Republic is number 1, and they flew to the top being 3-0 thanks to that guy right there, Carl Anthony Towns. He's been the star from the jump. He's been a pivotal role in Dominican success, and they just really keep going. Now, Italy came 2-1. They claimed second place. Also, the co-host Philippines finished dead last. I thought Jordan Clarkson was going to be more of a threat, but they were not. But Italy has definitely shown they're a team to be reckoned with. And actually, I love watching them play. Also, yeah, keep going with Puerto Rico is great, but another team that's going is Serbia, Group B at the top. Now, they are unbeaten. Now, just imagine if they had Nikola Jokic, the MVP of the NBA. They would be unstoppable. But it's Bogdan Bogdanovic that's been the man for the Serbians. That NBA guard has averaged 18 points, and it's killing. And also, Puerto Rico is finishing second, and they took out China, which is weird because I thought China would be better. But it's Group B is insane. But this also is another story, is South Sudan. The African bowlers have been rocking out. Now, losing a close one to Puerto Rico, they claimed a convincing victory and their first World Cup victory over China, which is crazy. And then they had another win over the Philippines. I mean, this is an African country. Most people said they could not. And that right there was Coach Rael. And I'm telling you, it was beautiful to watch. And also, we got to shout out to Carly Jones, first ever triple-double in FIBA World Cup history, just by one rebound, just by one. But anyway, in Group C, to surpass that, USA, as you already know, is 3-0. And that man right there, Anthony Edwards, have been leading the team in scoring efficiency, 16.3 points and about 16.7, which is crazy. He is the favorite player out of everybody from the States. But when you go overseas to the Philippines, Austin Reeves is that guy, which is insane. Now, here's another thing. Greece has also been a problem, as you see. They qualified in the second round and finished in second place, and the score may not reflect it, but that Greece versus New Zealand game was a anxiety bottle waiting to burst. It was beautiful to watch. But New Zealand was eliminated, and so was Jordan, so bye-bye to them. But also in Group D, Lithuania, which you talk, went unbeaten, and Montenegro went 2-1 to qualify first and second. Which shout to Montenegro, the only team that's been giving USA a real challenge, which good for you, okay? Now, the only thing about that is that they shouldn't be the only team given the challenge. So that means they got to play some more better players. Then, regrettably, with Egypt and Mexico falling out of the World Cup, we ain't going to see them. I mean, Sabaja here, Chicago, my baby. And also, my Mexicanos, man, you just couldn't get it. You couldn't get it done. I'm sorry, Papa. That's what happens. Now, in Group E, it is Dennis Schroeder. Oh, my God. This dude is crazy. The Germans beat Australia in a thriller and came to the top spot in group play with 3-0. And they're looking like one of those dark horses for the gold medal. No one's really expecting them to win, but they're doing really well, which I'm proud of. And Australia got the job done in other games over Japan and Finland to claim second to advance. Now, in Group F, Luka Doncic, as you know, been dominated to claim Slovenia's top spot, and Georgia followed up in second with Cape Verde and Venezuela coming out. Now, I really am impressed by certain teams, but Georgia, you tried your best. I love your jersey, but shout out to Cape Verde getting also their first ever World Cup win against Venezuela. I mean, the thing about that, you got to respect these teams that are coming to the World Cup for the first time because you never know what they're going to do, and their support is high. Now, Spain and Brazil went through in Group G with Ivory Coast and Iran out. And telling you, today is great. Group H had the biggest shock of all. France is out of the World Cup. The first, there go bye-bye. Everybody kept talking smack. They really needed Wemby. They needed Wemby. And then also, Canada was destroyed by the French. Canada destroyed the French 95-65, which again, it's still bugging my mind. Then Latvia edged past them at 88-86. And to dump French out of the competition to claim 2 spots and respectively is just purely insane. Now, the games from this morning started around 2, and they were crazy. And now, headline was Brazil, which the next guest we're going to have is insane because Brazil beating Canada was one of the beautiful things I ever saw in my life. It was just so beautiful, I got to admit. And we're going to talk about that more in detail with our guests. And also, there's more things when it comes to the World Cup. Now, here's the thing. Slovenia is a superstar, and they're not disappointing at all, which isn't crazy. But the one thing I do know is that we don't know what's going to happen. All right, this is going to be probably the greatest World Cup ever. We already seen some of the greatest World Cup upsets ever. So I can only imagine what's going to happen in the quarterfinals. All right, Canadians, I don't know what you're going to do. You got to step up a little bit because now you're going to get a real big challenge. And also, Latvia has been going left and right, taking down Goliaths. But again, when you get to the quarterfinals, it's just like, it's like Bubble Murray. You know, it's like playoff Jimmy. Sometimes these players unlock something that they didn't even know they had, and all of a sudden that talent just reaches the roof and goes past the atmosphere, and it's gonna go straight to galactical super speed. So, woo! I don't know. I don't know who to root for no more. But I'm really excited for this World Cup because the USA train is still rolling. Okay, we already know about that. And the one thing I'm really proud about these teams is that they haven't stopped. I mean, Americans beating Montenegro 85-73 with Anthony Edwards, Bridges Jackson, and Reeves and Halliburton in double-digit scoring is cool, but still, we're not supposed to do that quote unquote bad to Montenegro. So what's it saying about the team? Lithuania when beating Greece 92-67, Puerto Rico defeating Cat in the unbeaten Dominican Republic 102-97. That's also happened. But elsewhere, what happened? Luka Doncic had 19.7 rebounds and 6 assists in a 91-80 win over Slovenia, with Slovenia over Australia. So I'm telling you, there's so much talent on all different teams. I don't even know how to take the excitement anymore because I can't wait for these quarterfinals. I can't wait for the semis. And I'm really, really, really looking forward to who we're going to crown champions of the World Cup. All right, let's see right now. Latvia's going to win. We need to get 1 and 3. Latvia versus Lithuania in the finals. Oh, we got that corner. We got people from Philippines out. Yo, shout out to the Philippines. But yo, France is done like the Philippines. France is out. France is out, y'all. France is gone. All right, people cannot process that right now. They talked all that. Well, guess what? Au revoir. Au revoir. You will not coming back. You will not coming back. Okay, you will never do this again. Okay, goodbye. But anyway, got my people there on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for joining. Again, let me know where you're watching from, and I'll give you a shout out. Now, without further ado, I've been wanting to bring this man in for a while. All right. I know him personally. He's a dope dude. He also, we friend each other in Singapore. We're going to talk about how we got on the airplane, which was kind of cool because he's this big dude and he was like kind of cold. He's kind of like shaking like this. But I was like, all right, let me give him some. But we're going to talk about that later. But anyway, this is the guest interview on Shots Fired. Let's go. All right, we got to unmute this man. But before we get on him, we got a special video that I want everyone to watch. Now, who I'm about to bring on is a NBA 2K legend, okay? And when I say legend, I mean Legend, legend, all right? This guy also played professionally when it comes to, the real life. But when he got on the sticks, this man was doing crazy things. I mean, this guy was the first ever global finalist when it came to NBA 2K. He was also a champion in 2000. I mean, he is a light baller, and now he coordinates NBA 2K teams that represents his country, that wears the yellow, that wears the green, and also they got the blue because the planet's on the flag. None other than Calu Basam. Now, before we bring it on, let's get this hype video because now you're going to see what a real NBA 2K player goes through to become successful. Let's watch it. All right, without further ado, we got the one and only Calu, aka Astronaut Basam, on the show. Shots Fired. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be here. Happy that you're having me here. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Look, we go way back. We're going to get into the interview, but again, appreciate you with your busy day. I know you had some huge news that we're going to break up in just a little bit. I met all your players that you've coached, and they really put on a show there in Singapore. But on Shots Fired, now you're a little different because we're doing more of your NBA 2K life versus your real basketball life. And usually my first question is, what is the first memory that involved basketball? But I'm going to ask you a particular question. What is the first memory you have of playing NBA 2K?
Man, basketball for sure. It was when I was 7 years when I started. It was like a local neighborhood club, a small one. And it wasn't like something very professional, like just kids playing ball. and like the court wasn't that good, the ball wasn't that good, the jersey wasn't that good, but it's still balling, man. So it was like that's my first ever like memory about real basketball. And NBA 2K, like I don't know so many things, but when I got the Latin American Championship, the South American Championship, that was like amazing. So it's the first thing that pops up on my mind when it talk about NBA 2K, because it was like against an Argentinian, so
Yeah.
like a big rivalry and everything. So yeah, it was different, man.
Oh man, that's crazy. And I know the Argentinian, Brazilian, that's a rivalry. That's like the Boston Celtics and the Lakers. Like you guys
Yeah.
are always. Question: when did that start? Is it just a country thing, or what? Like, did you guys spit each other's rice or something? Like, what happened?
Man, I don't know. I guess like since the guys discover Brazil and the Spanish discover Argentina, like the rivalry starts. Like it's
Okay.
it's
Quite simple as that. It's as simple as that. Now, we have right there to my left is that it's Calu, but astronaut. How did you get the nickname astronaut? Where did that come from?
Yeah, astronaut. It was because when I went to LA to do the global finals, people they didn't believe that a South American couldn't make it. It was crazy. So all my questions in the media day was about, hey, do you think you can make it? Do you think you can beat someone? Do you think like you can have some kind of success in here?
Yeah.
So they nicknamed me astronaut because like it was for them, it was I think from another world. And also
That is, it's like people get nicknames, and I love hearing that. That's actually the dopest story I've heard from a nickname. It's like, yo, why'd you get that nickname? Because I was out of this world. That makes sense. But explain that. Was that your first time in the States when you went to that tournament for NBA 2K?
No. Not like I went to US many times, like for vacations and everything. But like for playing, it was the first time ever, and the championship took place in LA. So flying from Rio to LA, it took me almost 16 hours, the same that we did for Singapore right now.
Yeah.
So it's a long flight, and I got like almost one day delayed for the tournament. So it was crazy because of all the connections and the layovers and everything. So it was a journey, man, like to get in LA to play that tournament. But I make it. Like I made the first phase because we did like the first the Americas regional finals between like the champions of the North America and the South America also. And I got like the fourth place on that tournament that qualified me for the global finals that like took place in LA also.
Oh my God. And so you got first for the Latin, basically. That was like the quote unquote qualifiers to go to the global. But then you won the global finals as well?
I didn't. Unfortunately, not my guy Ty Debo. Like he's amazing. He did it like he's still like playing very well. Like the guy did, I guess 2 years ago, the 250K tournament for my team. So Ty, like shouts out to Ty. He's amazing, man.
Now, again, you've been playing 2K for so long, and now your talents have made you a coach, basically, of the Brazilian team that I was able to, watch when it came to FIBA, and then we also went to Singapore. How did you get that job? Did they like scout you, or did you say, I'm going to bring some guys together and we're going to represent Brazil?
Yeah, actually, it wasn't planned. My role in the federation is like to coordinate the guys. As you know, I'm the esports coordinator. But our head coach at time, he's also like a head coach for the NCAA, the women's basketball. So he got a new job like that, and it was crazy for him. So I just got the job like for that tournament. But as you saw, like a few moments earlier, we just announced like the new head coach. And yeah, like I'm not into head coaching anyone, man. That's not me.
That's like, no, just go play. I'm just gonna be the guy writing the checks. I don't want to do
it. Yeah, bro. Like.
Awesome. Now, who is this new guy? Because I don't want to spread the news, because we pushed back your interview because you said, man, I got some big news, and I was watching you on your live. And by the way, this guy is so pretty. Look with the mustache. He's Brazilian, ladies. He's Brazilian. But yeah, what's this big news that you were streaming live on your IG?
So this is the first show after the announcement. So it must be your show. You know how much I appreciate you, how much like we have our friendship. I really like everybody. I really like this guy in here. So Nick Gartrell, coach Nick Gartrell, it's the top three head coach in the world right now. He head coached the Timberwolves for the last seasons. Was nominee 3 times coach of the year, like was in the running for the NBA 2K league. So the guy, it's another level, and I'm putting all the chips, like I'm all in on this project and on this name, because now that we clinched the South American Conference, I'm pretty sure like with Coach Gartrell, we're gonna make it like better fly.
Well, congratulations on that. And since you're going to be behind the scenes, but I always wanted to know because I love eFIBA. Shout out to eFIBA. We have season 1, season 2 is going to be announced soon. We're going to double the teams. It's going to be insane. But what are the practice sessions like when it comes to NBA 2K? Because as a player, because I play basketball, you play basketball. I know we got to get reps, but how do you practice when you just keep playing, or do you guys like have like different sets and stuff like that?
You have different ways, like different sets and different kinds of practicing, but when it comes down to the 5-5, you just like play with your team. It's a 5 party, so you are like talking and trying to improve your communication, your skills inside the game. You need to know like what your teammate will do, like with close and ice. So the more you practice, for sure, the more success you're gonna have in the game. And basically it's that like we try like to do at least 2-3 hours of sections per day. But for sure, like for the pros in NBA 2K league, they do this like the whole day long.
Yeah, and that's insane to me. And I think I was talking to him as well, the coach of the team with Nick, right?
Yeah.
He was telling about communication is key, and people don't really adapt to that and realize how important it is when it comes to playing on that 5-on-5 scale. Because when you played, you were just playing by yourself, right? You didn't have any other teammates, right?
Yeah, no. My tournament was a play now, the mode inside the game, so you basically like control the whole team.
Yeah.
When you talk about 5-5, it's the same of like the real basketball thing. Imagine like when you are on the court and you're defending the other team and nobody's talking. Like it's impossible. You need to talk to your teammates. You need to say, hey, go up, go down. Hey, watch your left, watch your right. So it's the same inside the game. Like you need to communicate. That's why like coach told like 1 hour ago, it doesn't matter for me the best skilled guy. For me, it's like about communication and having like a whole team.
Exactly, and that's the teams coming in, and you're gonna have a great team. Now, I gotta talk about this because Brazil is doing insane things in the World Cup. Have you been keeping up with the team? Like, what do you think so far?
Always, man. Like, I guess not truly. Like, I guess it's the best roster that we got like in years, and we are pretty confident in here. Of course, like the loss for Spain in the first phase, we wasn't like it, we knew that it would be like a tough game, but not in that way. The fourth quarter was disaster, but we still like keep the confidence in those guys, and like they just show up like today against Canada. I'm sorry for my Canadian fans. I got a lot of them. Simon that play with me like the global finals, but man, today was Brazil. I'm sorry for that.
Well, you don't have to be sorry for it because Canada's still advancing until the second round. So you guys will maybe see each other. But is there any players that you've been impressed about? Because we talked about off the scenes about this little guy, Yago Metes. Like, I've never heard of him. Like, because you played like pro for the Brazilian team. Any of these players that you played with or maybe coach or anything like that?
No. This is solely like another generation. Maybe one or two, like Marcelinho Huertas. It's like almost the same age of me. And Benitez. Oh, Vitor Benitez. We played together when we were like 11 years old in Flamengo. Yeah. And then he moved to São Paulo, from Rio to São Paulo, and then the whole family moved like to Spain. So he went to Spain, I guess. Like Benitez is amazing. Since we were a child, he played very well. But no. This is a whole new generation. Iago is also from Rio. Like the guy, it's amazing. I guess he's like 5'8", something like that, 5'9". And like he was dribbling and scoring inside the paint of Canada, like the
Easy.
last layup, bro, the
Yeah.
game winner, like in the middle of everybody. So yeah, he's doing a great championship. He played for Flamengo, and
Okay.
then, like he went to Germany last season. He was amazing over there, and
Ooh.
now he's moving like to Red Star and Serbia, I guess.
I mean,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, like the guy, like imagine nowadays you are like 5'8", 5'9", playing basketball. Man, that's huge. Like
Yeah.
you need like to respect that.
And that's the thing about with so many different countries and they're getting the spotlight of playing basketball. We see, quote unquote, the little guys showing real talent. And this guy now is going to be a king amongst giants. But now the next question is that Brazil has always been a football country, Now basketball is starting to take a forefront because I've been watching you on the Pan American Games and other World Cup and other like world competitions. From you being there in the country, how do you see basketball evolving and maybe becoming one of the top sports? Unless it's a top sport already, you gotta let me know.
It's the second one. Actually,
Okay.
like basketball in the 50s, we got like 2 World Cups.
Yeah. Mhm.
It was like the Vladimir Marcus generation. The guy
Mhm.
was amazing. And then like we have a huge gap, and then like the Oscar generation shows up. So
Okay.
Oscar Schmidt, like the 3-pointer, the guy should like the he's still like the scorer like of all
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
So Kobe Bryant was a huge fan of Oscar, and like
Mhm.
we won the Pan American Games
Yeah.
in here in the U.S. In the 1987.
Yeah.
So after Oscar generation, we
Mhm.
didn't have like a huge team. We
Yep.
made the Olympics like London, Rio, of course, but
Yep.
now I guess we have like a really good team, a really good roster, like in many years.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty confident, man. I guess like I don't know like for the championship because like we know like USA basketball it's always super strong, but we already like showed the world like today that
Yep.
like we can make big games against the best teams in the world for sure.
Exactly. I mean, right now we got people like everyone's representing Lithuania, shout out Lithuania. We actually have someone from Portugal giving you a huge shout out, PT Creative on Twitch, saying a big hug for you and Calu from Portugal. And we got some people from Canada saying, hey, yo, we hate you. But anyway, we don't get it because you guys are great. But yeah, I'm watching this team from Brazil and also seeing your resilience. And it's like, yo, y'all have some real talent. You guys have a tough kind of mentality when you're on the court. Doesn't matter if you're small or big. I mean, Tim Soares was dope, Cristiano Felicio. Like, I love watching y'all play. Now, you said back in the 50s, y'all were big, and now you're starting to get to that mantle. Tell me, how would it feel? And I'm just not going to jinx it, but if Brazil makes it to the semifinals, what would that be like for your country?
It's like it's a huge thing, man. Like you need to see how people are euphoric in here, like just for this win today. It's not because like we beat Canada that it's a great team. It's because like every single time that someone doubt about us, we need to prove them that they are wrong.
Yes.
We never gave up. Like we are down by 10, and then we like did the comeback. So I believe like as you asked me, basketball it's now the second sport in Brazil again, and we deserve that spot. Like the national federation is doing a great job with the kids, so we are mostly getting all the championships under 18, under 15, under like Brazil is dominating the South American again, and this will reflect on the main team for sure, because
Yeah.
like if you get good kids, you're gonna get good pro players. So a lot of Brazilian players playing outside the country already, so overseas. So the work is being done.
Yeah.
Like this is a good staff. This is a good board over there, and they
Mhm.
are doing a really great job. We need like to pay attention on that also.
Definitely. Now, we had this huge phenomenon. This guy named, I don't know, Victor Wembanyama or whatever. This young guy from France or whatever. He's like, he's an alien. If you're an astronaut, you may have discovered him. I don't know. But my question is, because you're on the ground in Brazil, are there any kids that you're looking at that could be the next best thing in Brazil, or you're not that in the real life? I know you're doing NBA 2K more, like because
Yeah,
y'all know we do camps and stuff. Did you see
yeah.
anybody that's like really good?
we always take a look on some players like that. They um, are in the spotlight,
Yeah.
because they are so good. But as I told you, like mostly the best players in Brazil since they are kids, they are leaving the country because
Oh, okay.
they are playing overseas. So we still got talent inside Brazil for sure.
Mhm.
I think like in this global world right now,
Yeah.
it's more like than often you're good, you go out, like you try like
Exactly.
to do Europe, you try to do like the 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 USA. So yeah, like we have some names. I'm not gonna pick one only because
No
like it's not fair. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident, man. We are just starting, like this
Mhm.
generation, this World Cup is showing the world like Brazil, it has a good team,
Yeah.
and we're gonna like it's gonna be from there on. Like
Mhm.
it's just starting.
Exactly. Now we're going to transfer because me and you met in Singapore. Okay, being part of the first esports Olympics, which was absolutely amazing. And shout out to all your guys. I mean, they really showed out. They put on a show. But I never got to ask. I remember some of them DM me and got this, "Hey man, we're sorry. We like you guys did a great job." But what was it like coming back home after being the first people from your country participating in the Olympic esports? What was that homecoming for all y'all?
Man, like what I always tell, it's that when you put this jersey on, you need like to be proud of,
Yeah.
like you need to represent your country. It's not a small country. You're representing 200 million people. So that's Brazil,
Yeah.
like of course we want to win the thing, but we did our best.
Yes.
So I'm not ashamed of it. I guess like we had some difficulties inside the games. We need like to improve. That's why we are bringing home Coach Nico Trail, like hoping that he can make it.
Yeah.
We are trying to go better and better and better. So the homecoming was good. Like it's always good, like to be next to your friends and family, the whole federation. Like we still representing Brazil. We need to
Yes, you
have
do.
that in mind. So it was good. It was an amazing week over there. Like the structure, everything's like perfect.
Yeah.
So I guess it's like you're building your champion
Yeah.
mindset. So
Yeah.
you need like to go through some losses to get your win. So that's our mindset right now.
Gotcha. Fall, but you guys ain't down. You come back up. And I got to put the funny story. So me and this guy were on an airplane. Okay. And I don't know how, but somehow I got upgraded to first class. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, so I'm trying to find them. And what I do sometimes is that they give me free stuff. So I usually help my friends. Like, so this dude, like, you're like, what, 6'3"?
6'3", 6'3".
You're 6'3". This guy's 6'3". He's in the emergency exit road, stretched out. And I'm like, "You good?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm just gonna try and get some sleep." He's in a t-shirt. Now he came from Singapore, which is like 1,000 degrees. They crank up the air condition, and this dude is in a little tiny fleece coat. I'm like, "Get the heck out of here!" So I run back. I never get to ask you. When I came back with the blanket, what were you thinking? You're like this.
Man, I didn't realize what the fuck is going on in here. But man, it was like that. That's 100% true. It was so freaking cold inside that plane. So
Yeah.
I was freaking out, man.
I was like, "You need a blanket." He's like, "Thank you." And I just kept giving him more stuff. He's like, "Where this is coming from?" Which is great. But I also want to know, what was your experience like to Singapore? Because that was your first time there, right?
My first time in Asia, like at
Oh,
all,
really?
like like the whole thing.
Hmm.
A long flight, man.
Yeah.
16 hours flying, it's crazy.
Mhm.
But like the country is amazing, the culture is amazing.
Yeah.
The tournament was amazing. So meeting people, new different teams. It's very important. Like when you have those kind of exchange, with other teams, the way they play and the way we play, so we can like try to improve our game. And it's totally different. Like defeating or competing against South American teams, against like the European ones, or like the North American ones. So
Yeah.
this kind of exchange, it's really good, and like it's very important for us. Like as I told you, like the result wasn't the one that we expected, but still, like, it's a good experience. Shout out to FIBA,
Yeah.
to the Olympic, the committee, the international one. So it was like amazing experience.
Yeah, and Gustavo, Nico putting together, found out, because as right there, as you saw, the one behind, we had an interview in which we had the NBA 2K right behind us, and Gustavo right now, he's basically putting his feet to the floor. You were basically seen by over 200 federations of promoting eFIBA, and you're almost the face now of the international part of eFIBA. I just want to break it down of the sense of, like, do you feel any pressure, being the first doing this on such a global scale?
There's no pressure, but I'm feel really honored,
Yeah.
like, because as you told me, man, like, basketball, it's not about a game, it's a lifestyle. It's the thing that I made my whole life. I played basketball since I was 7 years old, so it's a huge honor, like, to being part of this project, being able, like, to in some kind of way, like, help them to, like, build this whole community from, like, bottom down, like,
Yep.
to the sky. So I'm really honored. Like, there are other guys there. They are really huge also, but I just try, like, to make my best, the best that I can make it, and to help. Shout out to Gustavo, to Nico, all FIBA team. You also, man. You guys are amazing. Like, I think as inside the court, on the court, it's the same outside. Like, we
Yeah.
need to put a team together and make this whole project, like, grow.
Yeah, and it's gonna keep growing. Definitely check out eFIBA. Go to eFIBA official on all different social media programs. You gotta follow this man on Instagram as well. That's Calu Basam. That's CALUBASAM. And this guy is going to be making waves in South America, and I can't wait for him to travel the world and spread the love of Brazil, but also spread the talent of Brazil. Now, before we say goodbye, this is for anybody you want to talk to, because this is going to be streamed on Twitch, as you see, but it's going to be reposted on YouTube. Do you have any inspirational quotes or anything that you would tell to somebody who's trying to advance one in their dreams, or maybe NBA 2K, and to help them be better as a player?
Man, just keep trusting yourself. I start this journey on my room, literally, like, my room in Brazil. So nobody knows me. No, I wasn't. I was completely unknown. And now I'm here, like, with the best guys in the world, like, having the chance, like, to talk to Vince, having the chance to build a community, like, in eFIBA, having the chance to, like, hire a top 3 head coach in the world. So just trust yourself. It's a process. It's not gonna be like in 1 day, 2 days. This journey for me starts, like, 3-4 years ago, to get on this point. And, like, trust me, when I started it, it was like nothing. Nobody talked about it. Nobody knows about it. Nobody nothing about it. So you need to give yourself the chance to achieve big things, but it's a process. So, as people in Philly, they used to say, just trust the process, man. That's the thing. Yeah.
I don't know, man. We tried to trust the process, and the process got MVP, but he didn't go nowhere else. So process, maybe then. Now this will be the second to last question. Let's also, NBA 2K24 is coming out in a couple of days. You've been an NBA 2K player for so long. I mean, have you seen anything in promotion or something that's extravagantly different from NBA 2K23, or they're just basically adding tiny things, so it's basically the same game? What is your opinion?
And guys, like, trust me, every single year it's a different game for everybody. Like, it's not that easy. Don't think, for the guys that are playing or start playing right now, don't think. Of course, like, for us, it's a little bit easier because we already know, like, something in here, something over there. But it's a whole new game. All the skills, all the movements, all, like, the techniques. You need, like, to relearn, to, like, redo it every single year. So just trust in you. You can make it. Like, if I could make it, you can make it, man. I'm not better than anyone. I'm just a regular guy. But I'm really, like, focused when I'm into a project. Like, when I'm doing something, I want to be the best in the world in that. It doesn't matter if it's like 2K, soccer. I don't care, man. Like driving my car every single day, like I don't care. You need to be the best you can be, like every single day, as a person and also like in your professional life. So it's a whole new game. Like answering your question, it's a whole new game. Every single year we expected that. We like man, we are anxious in here, like because we every single release, like every single time that 2K release a game, we want like to get it as soon as possible and like play it for 1 week straight, like 48, 72 hours. People say that we are crazy, and we are, but like we just want to master it, man. Like, oh, it's okay, you're gonna give me a brand new game, totally different. I'm gonna master it, man, because I'm gonna do the best that I can do, So the first week it's always crazy. We're gonna have our tryouts in the next week, and then it's like, everything together, But we're gonna make it, man. Somehow we're gonna make it.
I got you. I ordered mine. It's coming next week. I'm going to break it down so I can understand more when I'm commentating. But Calu, I'm telling you, you are one of the most humblest dudes I met. You're the most lovable guys I ever met in my life. I definitely want to hang out with you, because if you're saying you're going to be the best ever, when we go out, I want you to be the best dancer, because I can dance.
I'm a huge TikToker, bro. Believe me. Yeah. I know all the dances. Yeah, like, yeah. I can make it. We're gonna make it together. But I appreciate all the compliments, man. Like it's the same way. You are the same way for me. Like we really like each other, and it's a huge friendship. So I wish you all the best always, and like count on me whatever you need. I'm always down here for you, man.
No problem. I'm coming to Brazil. But look, this is the end of the show, and all we always is that saying your name, and this is Shots Fired, and you can get out of here.
So this is Calu Basam. Shots fired out of here. No, I'm kidding. I got you, bro. I got you. So let's do it again. So this is Calu Basam. Shots fired with Vince Chang, the best in the world, and I'm gonna be back, bro.
That's a cut. That's amazing, yo. Thank you so much. I'll let you know when this is being released, but thank you for everything. Good luck. All right. I'll see you later. All right, brother?
See you. Peace, man.
Oh, my God. This man is ridiculous. All right, y'all, let's let you know. You got to follow him. He's such, I'm really serious. He's such a lovable dude. He's represented his country beautifully. I'm going to still want his polos for sure. But yeah, follow Calu Basam on all social media, and also follow Brazil when it comes to eFIBA and NBA 2K, because they are going to go far. All right, let's hear about it. I know people have been going crazy in the chat a little bit. We got Schroeder MVP. We got Puerto Rico in the house. Lithuania is still coming in. Wendy, I don't know what you're saying there, so I never say a language that I don't know, but I appreciate you there on TikTok. Oh, we got about 75 people here. That's beautiful. Greece is in here. Kalimera. I know that in Greek, and that's it. And also, again, Lithuania. Lithuania really got some love. You guys got some love when it comes to the World Cup. All right, now that was our interview, and now we're going to keep going with the show and Shots Fired. If you're just tuning in, I'm your man, Vince Chang, aka The Energy. That was Calu Basam from Brazil, the eSports coordinator of Brazil as well. And Shots Fired is basically a show powered by FIBA, in which we try to get the hottest information, videos, or whatever on basketball on these platforms. And right now it's the World Cup. But since we're on Twitch, we're going to talk about something that's dope, which is NBA 2K. So right here, this is NBA 2K and Shots Fired, and let's see what we got. All right, now with NBA 2K, we try to find somebody that's one of those streamers, one of those people that's really popular on social media, but then they do something new when it comes to the game that we love. And with NBA 2K23, bring it up, we got this 2K creator, Mid-Range J, that basically he put the FIBA World Cup in NBA 2K as realistic rosters. As you see, Australia missed the playoffs, Serbia knocked out Spain and France early, and then knocked out USA just a little bit, but then Canada was knocked out by the USA, Germany would win by the World Cup, and Serbia in the final. So he's going back in the day, but man, he did a great job rocking out. Now, Germany versus USA, Serbia versus Spain, that would be insane. He's doing things that you would not normally see unless they go to the quarter or semifinals, and it's pretty realistic. I mean, I would love to see this kind of play, but we never know what's going to happen until we get there. Now, Serbia versus Spain, I mean, Fernandez, I mean, he's going to do his thing, but you know the Serbians have one of the dopest players in the world. I mean, I would love to see real Joker play out on NBA 2K, but in the World Cup, which would be insane. Now, Germany versus Finland, I don't know what's going to happen, but it did happen in real life. 101-75, in which the former Laker and Thunder Raptor Dennis Schroeder, which people think he needs to be the MVP, had 15 points, 4 assists, and 5 players in double-double. Now, that's a real stack. France is bye-bye. But also, you can also talk about the Utah Jazz, Laurie Markkinen, playing on Finland. He could not bring it home, but shout out to them. Spain doesn't even have to get to play Serbia, as you see right here, but that would be crazy because, they are leading Group B with, Puerto Rico, South Sudan, and China. Now, Spain leading Group G with Brazil, Ivory Coast, and Iran. So Serbia is on top in Group B. Spain's on top of Group G, which is crazy. Now, France, if France plays Serbia, that would be crazy, but the USA, they're always going to be nice. And because they have the spectacular Anthony Edwards that is on his way of being MVP. I mean, it's insane how well he's doing in this World Cup, and I'm definitely a fan. And now also we'll talk about stuff. France, again, big disappointment. I mean, we're going to talk about them a little bit more. I mean, I think if they had Victor Wembanyama, they would have been cool. But, Canada is still coming in strong. Latvia is showing real force. I mean, Canada wiping the floor with France 95-65. So I'm going to keep crapping on France because my engineer's from France. And he's like, why are you doing that? I'm like, all right, I don't care. Because you guys kept talking all that smack. If you didn't talk the smack, I would say nothing. But that's the shots fired, and I'm shooting my shots at you. Pow, pow, pow. All right, let's see other people right now. Latvia, yes, Latvia definitely is showing out, being the number one in their group. I mean, they also have a tough group. They ain't easy. I ain't gonna leave. Latvia was with Canada and stuff like that, but hey, you got to ball out to get out. So that's what I'm talking about. But anyway, with this also, we got Spain, Canada, and Dominican Republic. They've been advancing, and you know what? I'm really interested to see if USA is actually going to get a challenge. Now, as you know, when you get into NBA 2K, probably all USA players are like on 99. Like, it's just insane good. But you got to say, look, they haven't had a real, like I said, challenge in real life. But with this game here, whoever made this was a genius. And I really think that NBA 2K24 is going to adapt, I think, with world teams. I did find out that eFIBA just signed a multi-year contract with NBA 2K. FIBA and NBA 2K do have a multi-year contract. So what does that mean? That means that these teams are going to have actual players in the game, hopefully in the future, maybe in this one right here. So people who are representing their country can really feel like they're representing their country. So you don't have to do what mid-range did when you have to create these players one by one, customize the jerseys and stuff like that. It's already going to be in the game. And especially with crossover, because now you got the PS5 with the Xboxes, that's going to be on another level. And then you're going to have countries from all over the world having what? No excuses. No, just say, je ne sais pas, bush you down. You can't say, I don't know, I can't play you because I got an Xbox. Nope. They crossed that out. So everyone can play together. Now, that is what I'm really interested in. That's why I'm so hyped. Because when we did the eFIBA season, we had to do, sections. You got to do different regions and conferences because of connections and stuff like that, right? And also, we had to make sure everybody was on the PS5. Some people can afford that, or some people had Xbox their whole life, so they couldn't do that. Now, with the servers getting stronger, now we got crossplay. You can't run from anybody, all right? And with FIBA, the second biggest basketball organization in the world, right below the NBA, having that contract. Now, everyone can work together. I know it's all about contracts. I know it's all about the money. It's all about basically having dominance in your domain. But then when everyone works together, impossible is never in that dictionary. So now we're going to have people from South Sudan, Gabon, Lithuania, Japan, Bali, Antarctica. People representing their country and playing NBA 2K, and you can't run somebody. So I'm excited. So yeah, this is gonna be dope. This is gonna be dope. I can't wait for that. All right, let's keep it going here. Now, the next part is basically the FIBA story, which you already know we're gonna talk about. So we don't have to get into it. But this is the FIBA story and shots fired. And let's see what we're talking about now. Let's go. Okay, so this is the FIBA story, which I'm very, very excited about. Because I think it was an interview let's say a couple of months ago, coaches from around the world have been not exploiting, but understanding there's a lot of talent in the world of basketball, but there's a country that's been quote unquote untapped. We have a couple of players that come from there, Nigerian and Cameroon and stuff like that. But there's a whole ecosystem of ballers, and the World Cup is starting to expose them. Let's bring it up, Sasha. Here it is. African nations have been lighting it up in the FIBA World Cup in the group stages, and history has been made. Kumba alafia ashe ashe. I learned that from the Lion King. Anyway, Angola went to beat the co-host Philippines 80-70 in Group A. What? Come on, people never talk about Angola when it comes to basketball. And get this, Cape Verde and who else? South Sudan went out and won their first ever Games World Cup as well. Cape Verde versus Venezuela, 81-75, and South Sudan versus China, 89-69. Convincing wins. How about it? And now these teams were the lowest ranked nations in the 32 teams before the tournament even began. And both were competing in the World Cup for the what? First time. What? Now, talk about an underdog. I mean, in the world ranking, South Sudan was ranked 62nd, and Cape Verde was ranked 64th. What? That is low. And guess what? South Sudan smacked China like it owed it money, 89-69, behind 21 points, 6 assists with the NBA G League, one and only Carlick Jones, in which I am going to break this man down because it was mostly lopsided because the World Cup lost to China for the African team ever. This is the first time China has lost an African team. I'm sorry, buddy. You can get who you want. You get Anderson, whatever. You guys lost. Then shortly after, Cape Verde knocked out Venezuela 81-75, behind 22 points by Bentinho Gomes and 20 points from Will Tavares, who said this, and I quote, "I feel like I'm in a dream right now. But the win was so big for us that our country and our families, we made a statement. Even though we're the smallest country, we have so much heart." That's what I'm talking about. Cape Verde is one of the world's least populated nations ever, okay? With fewer residents than any other country that qualified in the World Cup. So good on them. And guess what? That was a huge victory. Now, they had a really tight game, okay? Really tight game. Ivory Coast is dope. But right, Cape Verde, this guy keep giving you. Just do that. Cape Verde thing. All right, now, those are huge victories. Now, let's talk about the Ivory Coast that beat Iran in a tight game, 71-69 in Group G. And then also, we got to talk about this other country because Egypt went to go beat Mexico 100-72. But these are still African teams, y'all. That's why I'm still loving them. Ivory Coast and Egypt. Now, all these teams were eliminated in group stages. Yeah, I know. But that didn't stop them from making noise. I mean, 17-32 classification games. I mean, I love it. I love it. They did their thing. Now, here's the thing. With all these teams here, Egypt also picked up another win against who? Jordan, which was also a dope win for them, okay? Shakrana Abibi, Yalabina. And also, South Sudan did it again because we're going to break it down. Because see, someone talked about Philippines watching all the games of FIBA. Yes. Oh, you talk about something else. South Sudan did it again and beat the Philippines, which was insane. I mean, in the game, Carlick Jones had 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 14 assists. He was 1 rebound away from a triple-double. The World Cup first ever in history, triple-double. Damn, son. That was one hell of a game, brother. Congratulations. Now, Carlick Jones was balling in the World Cup, and huge respect to him. So, there we have it. I mean, this is insane. African countries have been balling out, and I'm really proud of them. I'm really proud of them. I mean, me going to Africa, I've been going to Egypt and Cairo. I know the towns of them. Mito, I know you're out there. Soraya, Muhammad, I know you're out there. But to see it on the world stage and have people watching, it's insane. I love it. I need it. I want more of it, and be proud of yourself in Africa. All right. DR versus Beer was one of the best games. Rico, you were right. Okay. Yep. Whereas Italy's been a dope team as well. Okay. People are saying that it's so expensive to watch. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a hack. All right. I'm going to give you guys a hack. Download Court 1891. I think it's 1891. Make sure I got that. Courtside 1891. Okay. Yep. Courtside 1891. For 20 American dollars, just 20 American dollars, you can watch all the games for that. You'll get a pass for $20. All right. For 20 American dollars, download Court side 1891, and you'll get a pass for $20. Now, I will say some US games you got to download ESPN because I don't think they have the licensing rights to the USA games, which is kind of weird. But all the other countries, I've been watching everything on Courtside, and it's every game. So Courtside 1891. Everyone who's watching this, okay? My people there on YouTube, all right? My people there on TikTok, download that if you want to watch all these World Cup games, all right? Courtside 1891. I'm talking to you, Chad, okay? I'm talking to you, Mass Mamba. No one knows what's going on because of how expensive it is to watch. Promoting the game should be first. Yeah, but that's why they had that, all right? Courtside 1891, all right? Download it, and then you'll be able to watch the games, okay? The Nation Television sponsored. There you go. It's free. Yeah, some countries it's free. Some countries it's not. Look, I live in a capitalistic country. You know, we want about our money. You know, we got our money. That's what we care about, our money in America. So I got to pay. But maybe if you don't got to pay, God bless you. And then why don't you give somebody, like, you know, a streaming thing when you have, like, a watch party? Just come together. But anyway, let's keep it going. We got the last segment of Shots Fired, and this is the Worldwide Court. And I love talking about Worldwide Court because we get to go to different countries. But this one's going to be a little bit different because we got some players from different countries that should be MVP. All right, right here, Worldwide Court on Shots Fired. Let's go. All right, okay, let's go. All right, thoughts on Latvia. They are dope. I've always been a Latvia fan. Yeah, but I'm one of my best friends is from Latvia. So the Klaus Lasmatis, you know, he plays on the 3x3 Riga and stuff like that. So and also Nariz Maezis, Agnes Travaris, you know, all of them over there are dope. I love Latvia. Their squad this year, I have to admit, is strikingly good. Strikingly good. I didn't expect them to show out as the way they did, to be honest. All right. Now, as you already know, I'm just getting their standings. I want to get my information right. They are in Group H with Canada and Latvia. I mean, taking out France is crazy. But the one thing I loved about them is that their resiliency is insane, and they really play together. You know, they really have great team chemistry, and they're not going to stop. You know, the 101 to 75 loss against Canada, I watched that. I had to turn it off. I was like, no, I can't watch this anymore. But taking out France with the Super, I said, yeah, that game was a nail biter. And that showed that they were making a statement. We don't care if you're like the number one team in the world. We do not care. We're going to play our game, and that's it. And that's what I saw with Latvia. So I will be pushing for them. They are a team to be reckoned with. It's going to be interesting them going against the United States, because if Canada would their butt like that, United States could would their butt like that. But like I said before, it's like playoff Jimmy or Bubble Murray. When that quarterfinal and semifinals turn on, you never know what's going to happen. So they could be another team altogether. So I'm rooting for them. All right, let's get the show started, and let's finish the show up. All right, here we go. From the world segment, we're going to go just a little differently. Okay, we're going to go to the FIBA officials TSO MVP ladder. I just thought that was Willie Hernan Gomez, and that right there was Juancho. You know, he got the MVP last year for another tournament. But right here, we're going to do a volume 2 of this ladder, in which it's been updated since group games. And right here, we're going to start with the rising fast Karl Anthony Towns. That man right there is crazy. The Timberwolf big man has been showing out for the Dominican Republic. I mean, his team is a top spot in Group A, and Towns has been leading the way in a variety of ways, making a 15 of 16 free throws against the Philippines, and putting together, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists against Italy, and dropping with the big late against Angola, just doing so many good plays. I mean, Towns is out there, okay? Number 4. We got Dennis Schroeder, baby. Germany, all right, are probably the people's darkest horse in probably no tournament. Like, really. They're title contenders, though, for sure. And they showed why by taking first place in their group. Schroeder has been that guy, leading the team in scoring with 19.7 points per game, and while also averaging a team-high assist of 5.7, steals, too, and efficiency of 20.7. I mean, look, he's been playing most of the minutes, scoring 30 points with 8 assists, and a great win over Australia, and it's been a nail-biter. I mean, that's insane. Schroeder has been showing out big time for the Germans, and I am on his side. I mean, the one thing is that comes out little hezzy, up and down, bam, knocking down the 3. Number 3, though, is Ant-Man, the one and only Anthony Edwards from Hustle. The USA remain the favorites to win the competition, and the T-Wolves guard has been leading the Americans with 16.3 points per game, an efficiency rating of 16.7. And this is the U.S. star man. I mean, they're striking that gold, all right? And him, and also what he can do to the team, his versatility, his tenacity, and also his willingness not to give up. Now, number 2, yep, I'm going to say it, Canada. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, and Canada has lived up to their lofty expectations. They're unbeaten and flew past France like Air Canada is supposed to. All right. Gilgeous-Alexander has been showing his quality, topping Canada with scoring of 22 points per game, but also recording team highs and rebounds, 8 assists, 5.7, and also 28.7 efficiency. I mean, he's second in steals, and SGA has been doing it all, dropping 27 points. All right, 13 rebounds and 6 assists against France, which is crazy. Sheesh. And of course, number 1, with no surprise, the one and only Luka Doncic. The Slovenian superstar has not been disappointed at all, baby. He's been not only playing extremely well, it's been overwhelming. And guess what? He hasn't been playing that many minutes as well. Which is interesting. All right. He's leading the entire world in scoring, steals, and efficiency without having the minutes. He's a superstar. Okay. I think he's one of the first players to have like 10 points within the first 5 games or something. And he could very well lead Slovenia to a medal. And the FIBA official TISO MVP ladder volume 2 is now over. Now, let me know if you agree with it or not. Hit me up with some comments and let me know about the 12-player ladder. Head over to official FIBA website and they can let you know who could possibly be the MVP. I see Martin. What's going on? I see you, baby. All right, we're going to see you in FIBA, baby. We're going to see you in FIBA season 2. Definitely. Yeah, all right. And we got a good amount of people watching there on YouTube. All right, I appreciate y'all, but I got my people. Hi, how you doing? Let's see here. We got some more people on TikTok. Lafayette, we're happy if we get us in the second group. It's already enough. Kat is always out there. Yep, Water is the leader in assists. He's dropped 37 last game. Okay, thank you very much. Huh? I just get a script, so that's what I want to do. But man, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. But I said Luka Doncic was leading in scoring, steals, and efficiency. I didn't say nothing about assists. I said nothing about assists, buddy. I said nothing about assists. But yeah, that right there. Vamos, Puerto Rico. I see it. That's Dominican. Okay, we got the bongo. Hey, yo, let's do this. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. This was a great show. This is a long show, and I really appreciate you guys rocking out with me. Definitely like the people that stick with me there on TikTok. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll be back hopefully next week, Friday. If not, because it is Labor Day, so we may take a week off. We'll be back the following Friday, so I'll let you guys know. Follow me, Vince Chang 21 to find out, but also go to FIBA on all different social media channels to find out what's going on with the FIBA World Cup. Again, I told you all, if you want to watch the games, download Courtside 1891. $20 gets you a pass. That's what I paid in America, and I can watch all the games throughout the entire World Cup. Okay, we're heading to the quarterfinals, and we got the semifinals and the finals, and you don't want to miss it. So download Courtside 1891 now, right now, and then pay that day pass so you can watch all the games you want. It's simple as that. Why would you want to do that? It's simple. And also shout out to my man Simon Bibby, who's in charge of half of that stuff. All right, cool. Again, Icy Martin, thank you so much. Everyone who is it? It's Friday Elite. You always get it at the end. What's up, brother? How you doing? Who you got winning the World Cup? We can stay for about 5 more minutes so I can talk to you. Let me know who you got going to the World Cup. Like I said, download the courtside 1891 as soon as you can. I want to shout out to everybody who's been part of the chat: Emmanuel, Dusty, Justin, Fernando, Mask Mamba, Chad, Toka, SN88808, Voss, thank you so much, John Toledo, Yabdarel Perez, and of course Elite, and also my people on TikTok, Ililia, Rico Da Vinci, Trakor, thank you so much, Moshi, MOK, Jack, Livin, and so many people. You guys really participate in the show. I'm really happy. But yeah, Scotty Delete. I'm right now. I want to see an upset. I want to see if has an African country qualified. Before we go, I'm just going to give you what's going on. Today was an insane day. Tomorrow, the games are going to be happening. Now, this is on EST time. EST time, because I'm in the States. At 3:30 a.m., we got Finland versus Venezuela. Then tomorrow, we got Angola versus South Sudan. Then New Zealand versus Egypt. I'm sorry. 3:30 a.m., Finland versus Venezuela. 4 a.m., we got Angola versus South Sudan. 4:45, New Zealand versus Egypt. Then at 5:45, Ivory Coast versus France. 7:10, Japan versus Cape Verde. That's going to be an interesting one. 8 a.m., Philippines versus China. I thought they got knocked out. I guess they're still in there. Then also tomorrow, we got Jordan versus Mexico. And then we have Iran versus Lebanon at 9:30 a.m. Australia versus Jordan. And then that's going to be on Sunday. So we still got some games going on. USA or Spain? I think, USA, maybe Lithuania. Canada still stink. I think Canada can do some work. So I want to knock them out. But Slovenia, if Luka is healthy and goes off, I mean, honestly, it's hard. But USA right now definitely has that thing. But I just lost confidence in them not handling business against Montenegro. I really lost a little confidence in USA that they struggled with Montenegro. Because again, Montenegro, they got some decent teams, decent players, but I'm just saying. I've been saying this for a while, all right? I'm saying it. But anyway, who am I? I'm just a guy on shots fired, just picking up my stuff, we're just shooting the shots. Anyway, shout out to my man, Calu Basam. All blessings to you, brother. I'm telling you, you're going to be great. Also, my town over little Mitchell Mule, neighborhood buckets. All right. If Japan wins their next game, they go to the Olympics. Yes, they do. Arigato gozaimasu. Yes. And also, I'm a big One Piece fan. You guys know about that right there. Gear 5. But okay, I think we're done. This has been a great show. Like I said, we may be back next week. I'll let you know we're not, but we're definitely going to be back the following week. Will be Friday, 6:30 EST with your man, Vince Chang, aka in the G. And baby, I love y'all. Everything's been great. FIBA is going to be great. Season 2 has already been announced. I'll let you guys know about that. Shout out to my man, Sachas Buckets Buenos. I'm telling you, he is my Jedi Master, and I'm his Padawan. Appreciate you doing your thing. Give a shout out to Jelly Snack and also everybody there at FIBA, FIBALOUS. All right, that's about it. Things are dope. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Follow us. Peace.